Welcome back to another Playstyles. Today I'm going to be covering Remnant 2. I should have done this a long time ago, but I got caught up with a lot of things. But better late than never. This game was really fun. I got a lot of hours into it. I probably put in like 140 hours. And that's including, you know, straight off the bat Nightmare. Then after I accomplished that, I went to Apocalypse, did it solo the whole way. Did Veteran. Pretty much anything that's not Nightmare became easier and easier. And at the moment I'm just having fun with it, you know, trying to level up all the classes, all the guns, all the modifiers, etc. And I thought it'd be nice if we cover up the button mapping that I use, because a lot of people say the game was hard, which it is very hard, but it's doable, and I'm here to show you that it is doable. So let's start off the bat. So we walk around. I always like to start off with movement, just because that is the most important part. If you can't move, well, you will die. I like to put things on toggled or delay latched. So in this case, center puff, delay latch is to walk forward. If you hold it slightly longer, it'll start sprinting. There's multiple ways to sprint. Well, pretty much center puff is how you move forward. Now the opposite will be backwards, which is left center sip. If you quickly tap it and let go, it'll just start walking backwards. This is actually really useful when it comes to, you know, enemies are getting too close. You don't want to, well, you can't run backwards, but you can at least start moving away from the enemy while protecting yourself. So that's pretty neat. But we also accompany these movements with force-offs, respectively, because you can't move in both directions at the same time. So the force-offs make it to where your character follows directions without mistakes. But yes. Then we're gonna go with left. To go left, it's left sip. Right? You know, again, everything that when you click left sip, or to go left and or right, it's going to be latched. It's gonna be just start moving in that direction until you change it yourself. For left and right movements, so left sip, it's always going to dodge. Like, no matter what you do, it will dodge first and then it'll strafe. Dodge first and then it'll strafe. And there's a reason for that. About most of the time, you will like to dodge. It's instant. There's no delay. It's always granted that you will dodge the left immediately. It helped me survive so many times. It's probably how I beat the final boss. Now, to go to the right, it's left puff. The opposite. So you can constantly keep dodging enemy attacks, switching up the direction to throw them mix-ups, and continue your barrage. That being said, if you hold it though, if you hold the running in any direction, you will automatically be put into sprints. So you can choose whether you want to walk, or whether you want to sprint the movement. It's pretty fast, not too long, and it gets you out of binds. Alright, the movement is over. So moving on to the next thing. How to do melee. Melee is center sip. I like it. It's the most comfortable for me. It's right in the center of the quad stick. And you should be able to, you know, be diligent with your weapons. You can hold it as you see fit. To aim the gun, it will be at your chin, which is the lip button. This one's pretty basic. I use it on every shooter. It's to aim your gun. It's toggled, so you click it so it can go on. Click it again so it can go off. I do have a bunch of force-offs associated with it to make sure if you're aiming and shooting your gun, the moment you dodge, it will take you out of it. It's key. You do not want to be latched constantly like this, because it could slow down your movement. I give the option of manually doing it for more efficiency. Reloading, right center puff. Pretty basic, straightforward. Also, your interact button. If you hold it, it will start sprinting. So that's another way to sprint. Multiple ways to sprint. And one, no. In case you forget one way, you'll always be able to activate it in another. So Y is going to be your weapon cycle. You tap it to switch weapons. If you hold it, you will instead heal. Alright, so there you go. Tap to switch weapons, hold to heal. Alright, what was I saying? Yeah, so right center step does your side step, or your back step. It gives you iframes just like a dodge would, but it's more faster. And you have to be really good with the timing. If you hold the right center step, it will instead be your scope. So it only works on weapons that actually have a scope. And at the moment, the first thing that comes to mind is the hunting rifle. Definitely not necessary. I actually don't see anybody use it. So it's there if you need it. Most likely you won't. Right sip activates, it activates one of your skills, and it could also activate your mod. So if you tap it, right sip, it'll activate your mod at the bottom right hand corner. It's kind of hard to see, but it's glowing. And then you're able to use your mod power if you have it available. I just activated 2 of them, and now I don't have it. It's pretty quick, easy, it's good to go. If you hold it though, it'll do a quick activation of the right bumper skill, and only the right bumper skill. Another way to activate your skills, depending on the situation, would be it would be center sip soft and center puff soft. A quick center puff soft activates your right trigger skill, and these are usually my summons, or whatever I have it on, like the handler or the hunter or the gunslinger. Gunslinger and hunter is a great combo. For the gunslinger though, they have some abilities where you have to hold set piece. So if I do a center sip soft, it will hold the action, and then I can let go. So that's how we activate skills. How to use items. So on the hotbar on the bottom left hand corner, those will be associated with triple puff and triple sip. To be honest with you, I never really used items. The game was really expensive, and the only item I actually use is the skull one, which is A. I use triple puff hold. And the reason I use it is just because if I'm too lazy to walk back to the save point, I can just essentially die, and I'm back. But I didn't really use the items. That being said, if you would like to use item and you put them in the hotkeys, it would be triple puff tap, triple puff hold, triple sip tap, and triple sip hold, and that would activate obviously one of the 4 hotkeys available. Those are your combinations. Your flashlight, nice to have. Right center sip soft. It just toggles it on. Not really toggled, the game toggles it, but yeah. On, off. To go between modes, you can either use a side tube, right? When you push start, you can use a side tube to go to the first mode and start selecting your pieces of armor that you would like, or your loadouts. But if you don't want to use a side tube, you have the option of doing right center puff soft. And that should also get the job done. It's quick and easy. And that's it. Enjoy playing Remnant 2. I wouldn't recommend starting on Nightmare if it's your first time. I would, if you really want a semi-challenge, go for Veteran. I mean, then again, you could do whatever you want. Have fun playing. It's a great game. I loved it. I'm glad it came out. I don't know if it's my game of the year, but I had a really hard time telling myself it can be. It can be. This actually could be my game of the year, but we still have other games to head down the line for 2023. But this was a solid game. I fully support the devs. I'm glad I got the Ultimate Edition because I've been needing another Remnant. Take care, guys. Bye.